Day 4 of the Yoruba Tennis Club 95+1 anniversary, tagged Suya Nite, was held on Tuesday, the 13th of September 2022. It was attended by both the executive and non-executive members of the club, as well as invited guests. Notable among them were Chief Babajide Damasio, Chairman, Yoruba Tennis Club; Architect Wumi Agbaje, immediate past chairman of the club; Chief Dele Martins, former chairman, Yoruba Tennis Club; Chief Olakunle Agbebi, vice chairman, Yoruba Tennis Club. The event was anchored by Mr. Babalola Ashorobi. As members and guests enjoyed a variety of light refreshment, the Princess Folake Music Band kept the atmosphere vibrating with good music. The chairman of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Chief Babajide Damasio, started his remark by greeting everyone in the traditional way of the club, before acknowledging the presence of some notable members. He thanked the organizers of the 95+1 anniversary project, as well as all members of the club for their unwavering support.
Long live the vice patrons, trustees, past chairmen, and elders of Yoruba Tennis Club. Long live the sisters of Yoruba Tennis Club. And long live our guests. I'd like to welcome brethren and our guests to this special anniversary Suya night. Tonight is one of the events lined up to celebrate the 95+1 anniversary of our dear club.
The chairman, Yoruba Tennis Club, Chief Babajide Damasio, ended by wishing everyone present a happy celebration.
Tonight, we have on the bandstand Lady Folake group, and she tends to be here until we get tired. The committee, together with the Suya group, are ready for us. So please, let's all have fun and then enjoy ourselves. But don't forget, tomorrow will be games night. So, ladies and gentlemen, brethren all, I wish you all a happy celebration. Thank you very much. Greetings, brethren all.
After his remarks, the Princess Folake Band continued with a supply of more energetic music. On Wednesday, the 14th of September 2022, the game's final for the 95+1 anniversary of the Yoruba Tennis Club was held at the Norman Williams Pavilion of the club The games commenced with a table tennis contest between Brother Ladi Kotun and Brother Ademola Bankole. At the end of the game, Brother Ladi Kotun won by 306 points. The next sets of players were Brother Abalabi Cole and Brother Fatayo Jikutu. The game was won by Brother Fatayo Jikutu. There was a snooker game between Brother Ademola Bankole and Brother Abalabi Cole, which ended in a tie in the first round, before Brother Abalabi won the game in the second round. There was a Ludo game between Brother Tunde Jinodu and Brother Fatayo Jikutu. The chairman of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Brother Babajide Damasio and Brother Femi Oshodi, also took part in the Ludo game. Brother Tunde Jinodu and the chairman of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Brother Babajide Damasio, emerged champions in the Ludo games. The last game of the day was the card game between Brother Ladi Kotun, Brother Ayo Thomas, the chairman of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Brother Babajide Damasio, and Brother Ladi Animashao. At the end of the card game, Brother Ladi Kotun and the chairman of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Brother Babajide Damasio, emerged as overall champions of the card games. Gift items were afterwards presented to the winners in all the games played. On Thursday, the 15th of September 2022, the Yoruba Tennis Club organized an anniversary lecture with the theme Social Clubs and the Search for National Cohesion. The lecture was held at the Greetings Hall of the Yoruba Tennis Club in celebration of the 95+1 anniversary of the club. The guest speaker was Senator Kashim Shettima, immediate past Executive Governor of Borno State and APC Vice Presidential candidate. The event was anchored by Engineer Olaomi Gaspar, MNI, Chairman, Organizing Committee of the Yoruba Tennis Club 95+1 Anniversary Project. Both executive and non-executive members of the club from various wings, men and women, were present at the lecture. It also had in attendance high-profile personalities like Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, Dr. Bafemi Hamzat, Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Brother Chief Babajide Damasio, Chairman of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Brother Chief Olakunle Agbebi, Vice Chairman of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Ambassador Senator Musli Obanikoro, former Mayor of Lagos, Dr. Chief Oluyemi Abayomi Fini, Trustee of the club, Barrister Architect Wumi Agbaji, past Chairman. After the arrival of the Lagos State Governor alongside other high-profile guests, the national anthem was recited. The opening remark was delivered by the Chairman of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Brother Babajide Damasio. He welcomed everyone present and reiterated some core values of the club and thanked all the patrons, executive and non-executive members of the club, as well as friends of the club. He appreciated the guest speaker, Senator Kashim Shettima, for honoring the club's invitation and prayed for God's continuous protection.
Today, we are hosting the immediate past governor of Borno State, His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima Mustafa, an effective consensus builder who has a deep understanding of Nigeria and its complexities. Your Excellency, we thank you for honoring our invitation as a guest speaker at this 96th anniversary of the Yoruba Tennis Club. We thank you all once again for joining us on this landmark achievement of our anniversary. May the memory of our brethren past never be forgotten. May their good works guide the paths of those of us present. And may the Almighty God preserve our life to be able to celebrate many more fruitful years in our lifetime.
After the chairman's speech, the citation of the guest speaker, Senator Kashim Shettima, was read. Speaking on the theme, Social Club and the Search for National Cohesion, Senator Kashim Shettima spoke on the role of the Yoruba Tennis Club as the oldest indigenous club in Nigeria in advancing unity and cohesion in the country. He gave an overview of the club dating back to the 1920s and stressed the need for social clubs and groups to emulate the Yoruba Tennis Club by functioning as an instrument of social cohesion and unity.
By the early 1920s, on the site of the present Lagos Lawn Tennis Club was situated that exclusive colonial tennis club. Whatever academic or social attainments of the African or Nigerian of the time did not matter to the racist minds of colonial times. They were excluded from these exclusive clubs. This was the background to the formation of the Yoruba Tennis Club. The founders took up the challenge of colonial discrimination by combining their talents and intellect to create this club. And from the beginning, they were committed to the promotion of the spirit of brotherhood, fellowship, and the healthy development of the mind and body in a congenial social setting and through the playing of games, especially that of lawn tennis, as the website noted. It was also poignant to note that while it was agreed that this was a Yoruba Tennis Club, again, as your website underlined, it was never the intention of the founding fathers to restrict its membership to those of Yoruba origin alone. The chairman just cited the case of Malam Isa Yuguda, the former executive governor of Bauchi State, as a member of this club. They ensured that the outlook and activities of the club reflected its cosmopolitan nature. A review of the composition of its membership from its inception to date showed that the club has faithfully kept to this.
According to Senator Kashim Shettima, the Yoruba Tennis Club has a great role to play in unifying Nigeria, owing to its values of transparency, commitment, and togetherness.
In my view, social clubs like the Yoruba Tennis Club have a major role to play in the process of national cohesion in our country. The reason is very simple. In every corner of Nigeria, there are several social groups that bring together our various groups of elites in the professions, in the public and private sectors, and even in the traditional cultural realms. The environment of the social club is one of consensus building that is built upon the aggregation of the experiences, knowledge, and the abilities of their membership. Consensus building amongst our political elite is very deficient. It is therefore not a coincidence that social clubs have long-lasting staying power, while the political process has faltered at several points in our history. In almost every instance, social clubs have operated as law-governed entities, and the membership do not only subscribe freely to these rules, they also work collectively to uphold them faithfully. They are an example of appreciable governance systems, often with periodic elections of their leaderships, and in generally open and transparent manner. It is also to the eternal credit of social clubs, like our host, the Yoruba Tennis Club, that they have been more than committed to national cohesion in practice than in empty political plights, rhetorical plights. That is a hallmark of political speak in our country.
Senator Kashim Shettima used the opportunity to speak about the commitment of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to nation building, as well as the qualities and attributes that make the APC flag bearer an ideal candidate to become Nigeria's next president.
This is the general context which has provided an ambience for the emergence of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the presidential candidate of the APC. We are convinced that the general political situation in Nigeria needs the competencies of a leader like Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to trigger the requisite values that can help us to rededicate ourselves and all our compatriots to the challenges of national cohesion in Nigeria. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the roads that took us to Asiwaju did not happen by chance. This is a man who had shown a ferocious commitment to national cohesion and well-being of this nation.
The guest speaker also made comments on the much debated Muslim ticket of the APC and urged all to shun all forms of religious sentiments and follow the man who knows the road.
You have never allowed religion to divide you. They have been talking so much about the Muslim ticket. Yes, Ashwaju's running mate is a Muslim, but his life mate of 40 years is not only a Christian, but a senior pastor of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Ashwaju's children, half of them are Christians. So how can you convince someone that Ashwaju is going to Islamize Nigeria when he did not Islamize his own family? For what's sake? This is cheap politicking. We need to build a new Nigeria where we should judge someone by the content of his character, irrespective of differences in political affiliations, religious persuasions, sectional or tribal background. The problem that confront us doesn't discriminate. Insecurity, poverty, knows no Ibibio man or Hausa man. We need to move this nation forward. The country is at a crossroad. Let us elect a man who knows the road.
After the lecture, His Excellency Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu appreciated the guest speaker for honoring the invitation. He made it clear that inviting Senator Shettima was a step in the right direction, as his lecture was an eye-opener on so many issues.
As you can see, we have made a right choice in Yoruba Tennis Club. In today's annual lecture, by inviting our vice presidential candidate, he has rolled out for us the history of our Greek club and how the interchange of social inclusion had been a trajectory of our greater Lagos. He has espoused the intellectual acumen, his mental sagacity, and his ability to support our presidential candidate. He has demonstrated to us this morning there is a round hole in a round peg. And he's a man of tremendous capacity. And he's a man that we truly believe will help and earn everything that demands of that seat. It's not just sheer politics, but sheer capacity that the two of them are bringing to bear. As a financial wizard himself, and he's a man that understands the real issues regarding the economy. And so, Mr. Chairman and other committee members, I want to congratulate you and thank you for inviting Senator Kashim Ibrahim here into today's lecture. And I want to say that indeed it's been an eye-opener, not to me alone, but to all of us.
He spoke about the relationship that exists between Lagos and Borno State, adding that the conversations about a Muslim ticket are irrelevant for true leadership. He ended by urging the club to use its influence and capacity to make the Tinubu-Shettima ticket a success.
My prayer and my wish, we're celebrating 96 years now. By 2026, let it be on record that during your centenary, our centenary celebration, we will have, by the grace of God, Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu come in here to the greetings hall to celebrate as the president on our centenary. And of course, by your grace and your support, I will still remain as your 15th governor to come in here and celebrate in 4 years' time, in good spirit, and all of you will be here during that celebration with sound mind And we all look back and said that indeed, it's been a journey that is worth it.
During the interactive session, questions were raised by Honorable Justice Adeshuyi Olagbegi and Chief Dayo Shobowale, a columnist. The questions centered around constitutional amendment and how the country can be liberated from the exploitative politicians who are imposing internal colonialism on the people. Both questions were addressed by the guest speaker, Senator Kashim Shettima. The vote of thanks was thereafter said by the vice chairman of the club, Chief Olakunle Agbebi, who appreciated all the distinguished personalities present and everyone who contributed to the success of the 95+1 anniversary project. This was followed by a plaque presentation to the guest lecturer, Senator Kashim Shettima, by His Excellency, Executive Governor of Lagos State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
In appreciation of the great delivery of the 95+1 anniversary lecture of the Yoruba Tennis Club today, Thursday, 15 September 2022, presented to His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima Mustafa by the Chairman of our great club, Brother Babajide Amaso. Thank you very much.
The social secretary of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Mr. Babalola Ashorobi, led in the recitation of the club's anthem. The cutting of the 95+1 anniversary cake of the Yoruba Tennis Club was supervised by Engineer Olaomi Gasper, after which a photo and video session followed.
14, 16, 18, 19, 94, 95, 96.
From Biscon Communications, it's congratulations to the Yoruba Tennis Club on the successful celebration of its 95+1 anniversary. Still in the celebration of the 95+1 anniversary of the Yoruba Tennis Club, on Sunday, the 18th of September 2022, the Yoruba Tennis Club held its Abalabi Day at the Greetings Hall of the club in Onikon, Lagos. The event began with an opening prayer by a white-cap chief of Lagos, who is also a member of the club, Brother Chief Latifa Jose. The chairman of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Brother Chief Babajide Damasio, delivered a brief opening remark as he noted that the Abalabi is an age-long cultural tradition of the club. Baba Abalabi made a beautiful traditional entry into the hall with some cultural display and baskets of fruits. He greeted everyone, gave his remarks, and distributed fruits to the guests. There were beautiful traditional and cultural performances by different cultural groups like the Egungun Cultural Group, the Gelede Cultural Group, and the Gunuko Masquerades. a vote of thanks was given by the vice chairman of the Yoruba Tennis Club, Brother Kunle Agbebi. The recitation of the club's anthem followed next, before the Oladimeji Ogunyemi and his campus Agidigbo band entertained guests with beautiful traditional songs. From Biscon Communications, it's congratulations to the Yoruba Tennis Club on the successful celebration of its 95+1 anniversary.